Hey everybody, welcome back to the Nidus Anarchy series. I'm your host Adam, the CIO and co-founder, and today I want to ask you a question. Are you prepared for AI to take your job? Because it's going to. So right now we're using AI as a tool and we all love it. It's been cool. It's like magic. It makes images. It's making these funny videos. It's helping us write code. It's answering questions. It's solving problems. It's doing all kinds of fun stuff. And we're using it tremendously. And a lot of times we're using it and you don't even know, right? It's like you might be interacting with some service and on the back end, AI is generating the results for you. So this is the infancy of AI. We are at the worst possible moment of AI in the sense that it's not going to get worse from here. AI is only going to get better, and it's going to rocket ship up in how good it's going to be. So here's what I want to ask yourself. Think about whatever job you have. I don't even care. You could be a project manager. You could be a developer. You could make movies for a living. You could be a call center worker. You could be a truck driver. You could be anything. Think whatever position you're in right now and ask yourself, has AI helped you? If you've been using it and you're familiar with it, has it helped you at all? Have you ever used ChatGPT and you asked it a question and it came back with an answer and you're like, whoa, this is pretty awesome? Or have you used some like Midjourney and said, hey, you know what? I need a design for this, and boop, oh great, that's good enough. Let's use that. These things are at their infancy. So if you think they're doing a good job now, just wait till you see what's going to happen in 1, 2, 3 years from now. So think about what you do for a living and just throughout the day, what did you do today? Start from the morning. What did you work on? And you're like, oh, I was in a meeting. I had to make decisions. It's like, okay, so could have people asked a ChatGPT these questions if ChatGPT had all the knowledge that you had? So if GPT had the knowledge that you have in your head, could it have answered the questions that were presented to you? Let's just take a call center for perspective, right? So right now, call centers are extremely expensive. Like from the identity access management world, we live in reducing call center interactions, right? Like we don't want people to call the call center to reset a password. It's one of the biggest metrics that every company goes by, which is here's how much we can reduce your call center interactions by because it's so costly, because it's human interaction. So if we can do self-service password resets, we can do self-service this, blah, 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 blah. Now, could AI be your call center? 100%. Would people be more appreciative to interact with a call center AI than your call center people? Probably. They're probably going to get better results. They're going to get them quicker, and they're going to be able to understand it better because you could make the AI person talk in the language of the person that's calling you. You could make them sound like the dialect that you're used to. So like, let's say you're talking to someone in the South, they could have a person on the other line that sounds like they're from the South. They could have a person sound like they're Canadian, eh? They could have someone match you exactly so that you're extremely comfortable with the responses given. And they have all the information that the support has. Like most customer support lines, they have a giant book. Well, they used to have books, right? Like I'm thinking like old Nintendo Power people. But they have, programs that say, hey, look, here's a problem. Okay, have you tried this? Okay, first I want you to do this. Then I want you to do this, right? They have like a kind of a flow to go through. Well, that's the thing. ChatGPT and just AI in general, they'll have all that information. And they could easily reiterate those same things and just say it in a voice. But more importantly, they can say, hey, what kind of problems are you facing? Oh, well, the problem I'm having is this, and this, and this. Okay, well, do you see this or that? Get the information. And they could deliver more finely tuned results of any problem that will resolve it quicker and easier and way more cost effective than any person. So we're just talking about call centers. So you can pretty much kiss all call center jobs goodbye instantly. Those are the first things we're going to go for. That's the fast food of IT, right? I mean, and it's the natural progression of things because it all comes from cost. Like right now, I believe California just enacted a bill that goes into effect, I think April 1st, where all fast food employees have to get a minimum wage of $20. Everyone's all like, yay. Well, what's the counter argument? Well, you're going to be replaced with a kiosk. It's already happened. Why do you think the kiosks exist? It's because a kiosk is drastically cheaper than a person that costs $20 an hour. So if you need 5 people at $20 an hour over a 12-hour shift versus a computer that's going to cost you, I don't know, what, maybe $1 in operating costs and licensing, it's like, it's not even something that's going to be up for debate. Tyler Perry, I have not confirmed this, but this is just something I just heard, so maybe, we can figure this out later, but just check it out. So Tyler Perry was reportedly working on making an $800 million movie studio for all of his movies that he wants to make and come out and kind of control everything. He just saw what Sora's doing from the OpenAI company and how amazingly it does just with text prompts, and he shuttered the entire project. So what does that mean? I mean, right now the whole story has been about actors and their likenesses being used, and they're like, no, you can't do that. That's against, we don't like that. It's not the art. And I 100% agree with them. But there's two problems. One, actors feel that everyone is just going to watch the movie because it's them. Like these movie people have been making the movie stars the whole time, right? It's not like Johnny Depp became popular because, he's just Johnny Depp and amazing. No, the movie studios cast and direct him. He does an amazing job and people love watching him. And he was like the sexy heartthrob in the 90s, right? So therefore he got super popular. Well, think about this. What are these? You look at all the fake AI influencers that are on Instagram and all these like fake models that are posting pictures and videos online. And we all know they're AI. And there's videos out there that tell you how to make them. Like, make your own AI model and earn $10,000 a month on Instagram. And stuff's out there right now. So the movie studios are just going to make the next actor. And I guarantee you, so I hope someone bookmarks this thing, because you're going to absolutely see this as a promotion and it's going to make people excited about it. You're going to see two things. The first is the movie studio is going to put out their first AI actor and they're going to advertise it. They're going to be like, hey, look, we've created a completely AI model of this actor as a complete fake person. And throughout the entire movie, it is an AI model. And people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. I got to see it. I got to see what it looks like. And that's going to be the draw and the hook, for the movie. It's probably not going to be the best movie, but it doesn't matter. Everyone's going to want to see it because they're going to want to see, holy crap, what does AI look like for these things in the model? We're already used to CGI. AI is going to replace CGI. So first one is going to be that. And then they're going to create superstars. They're going to have their AI characters that the movie studios create and own legitimately 100% through and through. And they're going to fight for that just like Disney did with Mickey Mouse. And you're going to see that happen. So you're going to have the actors are going to be gone. So it's not even a matter of it's like, oh, like Bruce Willis, I think his estate was smart for signing over the likenesses, because the next step is we don't care if we have your likeness. Like, let's say like Robert Downey Jr., huge mega superstar in the acting world, right? And so you would think like, oh, well, if he doesn't sign his stuff away, then, he's not going to make all the money, whatever. It's probably true, but the movie studio won't have to pay for it. Like, okay, we'll just make someone new. We're going to make a new superhero. So that's what's going to happen. Next, you're going to see the movie studios just making entire movies in AI. Because think about it, when Sora right now is so amazing, where are we going to be 5 years from now? I can't even think about it. But what's going to happen is you're only going to need to pay the prompt writer, essentially the screenwriter. Whoever writes the story, those are the people. And you think those stories aren't going to be generated by AI either? Come on. So all you're going to have are prompt writers, where someone is just going to be like, I want a new superhero movie that is similar to the Marvel series, but will have a guy that does X, Y, and Z. Make me an hour-and-a-half movie and make it more exciting than the last Avengers film. It writes a script, it takes a script, dumps that into the movie, boom, the movie's generated. It costs them however much it costs to utilize the AI system to make the movie, which is nothing compared to the hundreds of millions that they spend into movie production. So all those movie production jobs, the cameramen, the sound people, the editing people, the color correction people, the assistants, the directors, gone. All gone. And that's just that industry. So whatever industry you're working in, think about this for a second. How could AI possibly help you right now? And if you can think of one way that AI can help you, your industry is already damaged. You will automatically be taken out. Ian was just asking me about there's a radio DJ. Says, hey, look, they AI'd her voice out, and she was like, oh, let's see the AI me, and play the video, and it sounded exactly like her. And like, oh, this is so cool. I don't know how cool it's going to be because she just lost her job. You're not going to have radio DJs anymore. It makes no sense. You're not going to have to, because you can just have AI be the radio DJ. You no longer have to pay for people, which means you no longer need a studio, which means you don't have to pay. Like, the cost of this is going to drastically reduce so much to where people are not going to be needed. So the big question is, where are people going to be needed that AI cannot have an impact, where it cannot do your job? I mean, I was even thinking like tattoo artists, right? Because like even from the art perspective, You know, AI can absolutely generate art, and it'll get to the point where it can generate the art that will fit perfectly on your skin. You'll be like, oh, I like it. I have a tattoo shop in Puerto Rico, and every day we get people coming in with a picture they generated from AI and said, I want this tattoo. So the art's already being done, and tattoo artists, most of them, are inherently lazy. So they're like, sweet, my job just got way easier. I get to charge the same amount of money because I get paid for the tattoo part, not the drawing part, and they just draw that thing out. Tattoo that on there, done. So the real question is, how long until a machine can do the tattoo for you? And in the tattoo world, that's sacrilege. Like, that's something that would never happen. And I agree with you, in a real tattoo shop, in a real setting, that would never happen. But the first time there's some robot that has an AI brain behind it to do the actual tattoo that an AI generated on you, there's going to be people lined up to get that tattoo because that's cool. I gotta try this out. And then eventually it will get better. And then tattoo shop owners are gonna be just, hey, here's where the artists are, where if you want a real legit custom tattoo, works with you and you have the interaction, we have that. But also we have this machine over there where if you just want the heart tattooed on your butt, that thing will do it for you, and it's only $20. You're gonna have that lined up all day long. So even if you think your job is safe because you're a skilled laborer, you might want to think twice about that. So I'm not sure what industry is safe, but what I do know is there are going to be a mass migration of jobs like we have never seen, and we better start getting prepared for it. I know I am, so I hope you are too.